Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Broyans Farm. Today we are going to be picking pickles, zucchini, cucumbers, and I think some red beets. Now that all the plants are pretty mature, we have to pick them every 2 days. Some things like the Gouda we can pick every single day if we have the time to get in there. And so I'm going to start off here in the greenhouse, just make sure all the plants are doing okay, water them if they need to, and then I'm going to move up to the field and start picking. Sammy is out at the market right now getting that set up, and I sent Ben downtown to the local bakery to get buns for the hoagies that they're gonna make out at the market. So then we're hoping in an hour we can all meet back in the field and we can start to pick. If you're new to my channel, basically all we have left in our greenhouse is just our late season planting of the cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, all the cool crops, and then some hollyhocks that we just got planted a little bit later than we would have liked to, and now that they're ready, you know, we wanted to make sure we could take them to market. We didn't get to take any when we were going to actual plant market, and so we just kept babying them. Now that we're going to vegetable market, we just take a couple trays along with us every day, and they've actually been going very well. So then once I'm done in the greenhouse watering, I will turn on the high tunnels every other day. And so I just got it turned on. It's up to about 11 PSI. Actually, it's still climbing. I like to have it between like 12 and 14. You can see right there, that's exactly how it works underneath the fabric here. It just slowly drips. And I'll leave this run for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then I'll shut it down, and then I'll do the same thing again in 2 days. The tomatoes on these things are just ridiculous though. I mean, I've honestly never seen tomatoes. Like, that's a normal tomato right there. And then you have that one. It is just like, what in the world? Like, we did nothing different this year besides over the winter, I put cow manure in here and then we tilled that into the soil, and I just think that makes a world of difference for basically just about everything. Here's another one. Like I said, normal tomato. This right here is definitely a 2-pound tomato. I'm not gonna pull it off because I don't wanna, you know, waste it. So then once I get the greenhouse finished, get the high tunnels watering, then I come in here to the barn where I will feed our cows and our cats. We did have about 3 or 4 cats, but now some of these cats had babies, or kittens I guess I should say. They're not here now, but usually as soon as they hear this door open or my voice, they start coming. Let's see if they're out here. If I can do this without spilling my food. Oh, there's one. It's hard to see him right behind that white bag, but he's a little bit spooked because Daisy's here. Oh, there's another one. I'll come over here to what we call the chop box. And here is, well, what we call chop, which is a mixture of corn, oats, and soybean meal. Into the sweet corn field. I don't know how much is really ready, but I did come by on the tractor yesterday and I picked one. It was still a little young, but I thought, well, maybe I can get into a wet part of the field where it's a little more ready. And so I'm out here now. I got like 3 tubs in the back. I'm going to try and get just a little bit for the market so we have. I hope we have a lot. I'll pick a ton of it if we do, but I don't really think we have that much yet. That's ready. It's a little bit young yet. Just a little bit. But really not bad. Try it out. Very sweet. But this needs like 2 more days. Let me look up here and see if I can find anything bigger. So I had to put a sweatshirt on. I cannot stand when corn touches like any part of my skin. I'm okay with it on my legs, but on my upper body, I just can't do it. So I just got done picking. I got my sweatshirt off. I'm like dripping with sweat. I got 3 tubs out of the 4. It's just, it needs, like I said, a couple more days. We need some rain. If we had some rain, like previously, within the past couple weeks, we'd have been picking this for the last 3 or 4 days, but it's just right on the verge. If we had if we give it like 2 or 3 more days, it'll definitely be ready. And if we get some rain, it'll definitely be ready within like 1 or 2 days. But the rain, I'm not seeing much in the forecast. So anyway, the deer hammered this end of the field. We probably lost about 50% just because they went through and either ate the tassel off early on or they just chewed on the cob. So kind of a shame we lost that. But the first half is really good, just, you know, waiting for it to ripen. So while Sammy, Frank, and Ben are up in the field picking, I am down here cleaning up the mess that we started yesterday. We got these carts, like I showed you, I don't know, a couple months ago now. And I'm just finally getting them assembled. And so I just think they're gonna be great for everything, whether we wanna put vegetables on them, put them in the cooler, whether we wanna have 1 or 2 out here stacked up. We can put baskets of onions on them to dry, just because we always like to put them kind of right in front of this area because that thing blows some warm air out and it dries the onions very quickly. So I could stack onions on that. Well, I'll stack onions on this and then wheel it in front of there, just anything. So I gotta get them out of here regardless. So I'm gonna get these all put together, wheel them around, put them in strategically nice places where I think they're gonna come in handy, and then get this swept up. That way when they start bringing vegetables in, we can put them through our washers. They can go right in the cooler, and you know, everything should hopefully run smoothly. So all the bars are in now. Now I just gotta take and put my shelves in, however high or low I would like them. They have all these grooves in them that I could put them into. So I got the racks all set up. I got 2 out here. And then in the cooler here, there's 1. And then here is 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Kind of just getting stuff, you know, on there, testing it out, what's gonna fit where. I kind of designed certain racks more for boxes, like right here. And then other racks like these 2 here are for crates. So we'll see. I thought long and hard about it. So I hope I like it because those things are kind of a pain to move up and down, but I can move them if I need to. And then I was even playing around with, I think I can put baskets on here if I really want to. That way it's just nice. When you need to move things in the cooler or you need to get somewhere, you can just pull the whole rack out and take it out or move it around instead of moving each individual basket or crate or box, whatever it is. Now here, while I was working on that, the guys started bringing in the pickles, which are right here. Really nice, good size. We got sizes that range from this size up to this size, which is good because people like a variety. They got 2.5 baskets so far in here of cucumbers, and then 1 full basket of green beans. Okay, so they got all the pickles and cucumbers in here now. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, I think 10 baskets there of cukes, and he just put a basket of pickles through. So there's 3, 6, 9, 12 baskets there was. Right now, they're going through the washer. How it works is he dumps them on this belt, then they go through. They get sprayed off by 3 sets of nozzles. Then they get into this half where it's just brushes, no washing, no sprayers. And then they come out onto these donuts where it dries them off. Then they fall onto the round table where Sammy and I will be grading them into small, medium, and large sizes. It's very important that Ben doesn't put them on too fast or they won't wash properly. They're not very dirty to begin with, but some of them have those little spikes on them. It's hard to see there. So we want to make sure they get rolled off and just they look pretty once they go through. That I just got set up. And so on this shelf we can stack 2 boxes high. We can stack 2 boxes high on this shelf. Now we're moving on to cucumbers. Now these are a little more dirty, so Ben's got to make sure they go on parallel with the rollers, that way they actually roll. You can just see how much dirt is on them. And that's because we irrigated them last night and then the mud splashes up on them. After they roll, at least, I would say 3 or 4 rotations. They're usually pretty good. Some obviously take a little more, but most of them get between probably 20 and 30 rotations. And then just again, they'll come right down here, dry off, and they'll come right into Sammy where she will pack them in crates. Pickles go in boxes, cucumbers go in crates, which a crate is technically 2 of those boxes or 2 of those red baskets. Okay, so we just finished washing. We got everything in the cooler here. I put water on the floor, that way it doesn't suck the moisture out of our vegetables. It just, you know, takes it out of that water. So it's kind of hard to explain. Well, not really, I guess. Over there is our older zucchini. It's not actually old, but it's just like the oldest. Right here is what they picked today, which is the beans and zucchini. Here is what we brought back from market on Thursday, which is just a couple boxes of zucchini and kohlrabi. And then right here is what we just got finished washing, which is pickles on top, cucumbers in the middle, pickles, all those boxes right there, and then more cucumbers and pickles on the bottom. And then there's a couple crates. So there's 1 crate of cucumbers there and a couple. This is what we call like our goofy basket. They're all either scabby or they're small and twisted. We don't like to waste anything, so what we'll do is we'll take them to market and just sell them for real cheap. That way somebody will be happy for them and they'll get some good use out of them. So with that being said, that's what I'm gonna call it a wrap for this video. It's starting to rain, which is great, and we got everything picked and done for the day. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and always remember, it ain't much, but it's honest work.